Hello everyone! Welcome to another video. This is the lesson 2 of Art 7 second quarter, and our topic for today is all about architectures, sculptures, and wares of MIMAROPA and the Visayas. So the provinces of MIMAROPA and the Visayas are home of many architectural gems and exceptional cultural products. Many of their arts and crafts are undeniably the products of many influences, such as the political and religious situation in the area. The Visayas region has a lot of noteworthy and historic churches. This comes as no surprise since it was one of the earliest places colonized by the Spaniards. And here are some of the notable churches found in Visayas. First, we have the Basilica del Santo Niño or the Santo Niño Basilica Church. This is the second oldest church in the Philippines. Located in Cebu, it houses one of the most important religious sculptures in the country, the Santo Niño. It was erected on the place where the image of Santo Niño was discovered during the expedition of Miguel Lopez de Legazpi. The current church, which was started in 1735, it is the fourth church that was built in the area devoted to the Holy Child. The materials used were transported from the different parts of Cebu. Its design was built to withstand earthquakes. However, it lived up to its design until the 2013 earthquake that damaged some of its parts. Next, we have the Baclayon Church. This is one of the oldest Roman Catholic churches in the country. Formerly known as the Immaculate Conception of the Virgin Mary Parish Church, it was completed in 1727 using coral stones and bonded using egg whites. Its interior features an altarpiece carved with indigenous plants and animals and decorated with gold. It was included in the UNESCO World Heritage Tentative List under the Philippines until it was destroyed in the October 2013 earthquake. And in 2017, during the Holy Week, the church was open to tourists. Next we have is the Taoist Church. The Taoist Church, another noteworthy church in Bohol, formerly known as the Church of Our Lady of Assumption. It was built in the late 19th century. Its interior are decorated by frescoes painted by the renowned artist Ray Francia. Unfortunately, it was also hit by the same earthquake that destroyed the Baclayon Church. The last church that we're going to tackle is the Miagao Church. So in Iloilo, you will find another UNESCO World Heritage Site, the Miagao Church. It is one of the 4 UNESCO-recognized Baroque churches in the Philippines. Formerly known as the Church of Santo Tomas de Villanueva, it is likened to a fortress with its imposing walls, flanked at its side by its two bell towers. Its facade of the church is artistically ornamented with sculptural reliefs. On its pediment is a depiction of Saint Christopher carrying the child Jesus. Miagao Church surrounded by indigenous flora such as coconut, papaya, and palm trees. Now we go to another architectural design or architectures of MIMAROPA in the Visayas is the heritage houses. So throughout the country, there are many houses that are deemed historically and culturally important by the National Historical Commission of the Philippines, or the NHCP. So this commission is tasked to save and preserve these structures for us to appreciate and value the rich history of our country. So preserved houses are called heritage houses. So in Silay City, Bacolod, there is a large concentration of the heritage houses due to the boom of the sugarcane industry in the 1800s. So many of the residents were able to afford the construction of many of the country's architectural gems. So although many of the houses have been destroyed by war or have been deteriorated due to neglect, there are still about 31 houses that are protected by the NHC. So some of the protected houses in Silay are the Halanduni Ancestral House, the Balay Negrense or Gaston Ancestral House, and the Hofelina Ancestral House. So the Halanduni Ancestral House and the Balay Negrense were converted to museums. So these heritage houses are the Visayan version of the Bahay na Bato, which are made with the finest wood and the sturdiest stone. The houses have high ceilings surrounded by high and wide windows decorated with intricately wrought iron grills. So the interior of these houses featured elaborate and flowing wood carvings that served as divisions of the rooms. Now we go to the sculptures. So talented sculptures are not only limited in Luzon. The MIMAROPA and the Visayas Islands are home to many sculptural artifacts. And here are some examples. First, we have the Manunggol jar. So the Manunggol jar was found in Palawan. It is one of the most important archaeological facts in the Philippines. So this burial jar is incised with dots and wavy designs on its top and covered with a lid that shows two figures in a boat. So one of the figures is rowing the boat while other is in the fetal position, which is believed to be the representation of the deceased. So the artifacts is considered a national treasure, not only because of its high level of craftsmanship, but more importantly, it proves that the early Filipinos believed in the afterlife. Second sculpture, we have the Santo Niño. So the Santo Niño is one of the most popular religious icons in the Philippines. It is the first Roman Catholic statue bought in the country by Magellan in 1521, and the statue was given to the wife of Raha Humabon. It was later found in the ruins of the village. In the area where it was found is the current location of the Church of the Santo Niño, where the statue is also currently being kept. So the Santo Niño is considered to be miraculous and has survived numerous tragedies. And it is because of this that the people of Cebu believe that the Santo Niño protects their city from harm and made the Holy Child the patron saint of Cebu. So its popularity is seen in many parts of the country. In fact, many replicas portray the Santo in different outfits such as policeman, basketball player, among others. And also, many Philippine festivals are celebrated in honor of the Holy Child, such as Sinulog, Adi-Adihan, and Dinagyang festivals. Let's proceed to the last sculpture that we're going to tackle is the Moriones mask. So this is one of the most eye-catching props used in a festival. Traditionally, the Moriones mask is carved from wood, brightly painted, and decorated with paper flowers. It is carved to look like that of the Roman soldiers. The feature of the face of the soldiers are exaggerated to incite ridicule from the onlookers, which is also part of the penance of its participants. So the mask is heavy and uncomfortable when worn, but it is endured by the penitents as part of the sacrifices for the Lenten season. Now let's move on to functional art So the Visayas is also home to many cultural products that shows the region's talents. So first we have the base mat. So the base mats are woven mats locally known as banig. So these are made of pandan leaves that are stripped, boiled, and dyed and woven. So these are ideals for their tropical climate, such as the Philippines, since it is porous and lets the air through, cooling the user. So mats are versatile and can be used every day and even during special occasions. So banigs are found all over the country, but in Samar, this simple utilitarian object is base mats. So the base mats uses the indigenous tinko grass. So the mat is surrounded by decorative patterns, as you can see here in the picture, which border the main artwork that is typically that of different flowers such as orchids, landscapes, such as the San Juanico Bridge, religious figures, and sometimes portraits of famous people. Unlike with the other mats, where designs are woven, its design are embroidered after being woven. Next one, we have the Capiz shell. So the province of Capiz, known for its Capiz shells or the window pane oysters. This is used for everyday wares like windows and lanterns or even jewelry. It comes from the window pane oyster whose outer shell is translucent. It is harvested, after which they are processed to produce a thin yellowish flake. So it has a translucent property that makes it ideal to use as a lamp or lamp containers or window covering, since it offers privacy yet allows light through. It also used as coverings for jewelry boxes, ornaments, for wind chimes, among others. Last one is the tungkop. So this is a product of the Tagbanwa in Palawan. The tungkop is a woven harvest basket. This cone-shaped basket is made of strips of bamboo supported by rattan. And the Tagbanwa weavers use the variations of the natural colors of the bamboo to create a design pattern. It is mainly used to carry rice seedlings. So that is all for a topic about architectures, sculptures, wares of the MIMAROPA and the Visayas. So studying the architecture, sculptures, and wares of our country is very important because it helps us understand and appreciate our cultural heritage and the rich history of our nation. It allows us to preserve and safeguard these artistic and architectural treasures for future generations. And it can inspire creativity and innovation by showcasing the skills and techniques used by our ancestors. And that ends our topic for today. Thank you so much for watching, and I hope you learned something.